Goodness. Here I am again, learning to watch myself on video. Um, Sooner or later I might do makeup. I'm not a big makeup wearer, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I'm just kind of getting myself settled and ready to share. I guess this is part of the reason I'm doing these videos, is so that I get comfortable sharing stories, feelings, things I've learned, experiences, and just some overall silliness. Call it silly maybe, because a lot of people in my life look at it if it's crazy or out there. Um, it is what it is. Today, late, I just got off work. Uh, pretty long, crazy day at work. Um, but I did drive the dirt roads to work this morning. I chose to take that time and got 10 minutes and stop and take a few pictures of the sunrise and drive the dirt roads. I love driving dirt roads. There's nothing like it. I've been driving those for years. The hospice nurse for a while. I would take the dirt roads anytime I could find them, and I found a lot. Um, Saw two beautiful deer this morning. Their antlers. I mean, they weren't big bucks. They were definitely teenagers. That was beautiful to see. And then I saw two more deer later on the day because I work at a place that has a beautiful grounds, wildflowers, wildlife. Um, it's just, I go walk in it because that's part of my taking care of myself is taking at least 5 minutes to walk around. Um, Yesterday I sat on the towel and did a little meditation. I watched some videos on TikTok about mental health, and this is what I'm passionate about. Also passionate about spirituality. Today, the Paladin, 919. I was watching a spiritual teacher one time and he about the Paladin. Every time you see the Paladin, he knows that he's moving forward, things are looking up for him, and ever since then, Paladin has been the thing for me, and it's almost an obsession now, but not necessarily, because I don't put the palindromes in my path. They're put in my path. Like just the other day down the street, a car I'd never seen before. I'd been up there with a palindrome. There's cars when I drive on my street that have palindromes. I mean, palindrome? I'm going to say that wrong. But yes, so I don't know. There's a song called Hey the Palindrome. I love that song. Um, but yeah, so I was excited about the day. I knew I had to work, which is, that's always a little bit difficult. I work in mental health with um, children. And it was sad at times. Um, Interesting day to day. Um, Trying to figure out how to help the ones that feel like they're not being helped. Um, Many believe that, including parents, believe that the medications are the answer. And I'm here to tell you medications are good. They are there for a reason. They are there to help with the chemicals, the imbalances. And it's not the only, I mean, you have to do the work. You have to talk about the hard things. You have to talk about the hard things. You have to talk about the hard feelings. Um, and so, I mean, I have a lot of hard feelings. And I don't know. I don't talk about them with people very often. I understand that there's a feeling that you don't want to burden other people. And so that, and sometimes whatever you are experiencing, sometimes people just don't have an experience to relate to that. And it's difficult, um, which is fine. I mean, they're still there. They still love me. And they still offer their support, my friends. But sometimes, we've had some different paths. I'm a little bit older. I chose, well, our children chose me. And nowadays, women are choosing not to have children. A lot of my friends don't have children, um, which I understand why I'm attracted to being with a lot of them because, empty nest. And now I have all this free time. And so friends without children, they're available. And the people that I do spend time with are amazing. They have been amazing, amazing mentors, sisters, brothers, no lovers. Not in that way. No lovers, which is fine because I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I want to be there. But I just know from my trauma, my life, what's happened with my daughter, um, my mother, just I just understand what relationship I'm preparing for. I say that preparing. I'm not looking. I'm not chasing. I stay home a lot. I'm not at the bars. I do go to some shows my friends put on with music, but that's because my friends are there. And I'm there to spend time dancing. I love dancing. Dancing is a very healing connector for me. I just love it. It's just, yeah. Um, and so, yeah, I don't do much. I do love to spin fire, but I don't even go to practice anymore because there's just energies and some people who are very traumatized. And I mean, they probably wouldn't like to hear me say that. I have told it to you. You don't even know it. You just continue to repeat the same patterns, and I love them. I do. It's their experience. Everybody learns from experience, and sometimes you got to just let people learn. Um, I have experience and learn. Even my friends talk about like when they made mistakes. That's like renting houses for a cheap price only to find out if they got bit by the electric bill 3 times as much as the rent. So cool house, cool rent, was a kicker. So I mean that was an experience to then understand what you're getting yourself into. Same with relationships. Boy, we love relationships, don't we? Love them. Love them, love them, love them. But we seem to, if we're not healed, we seem to attract some certainly interesting experiences to learn from, don't we? So, been there. And at this point in my life, probably it's been single 5 years, and it's been 2 years ago that I entertained dating and being in a relationship, and I met somebody I thought had a lot of potential, but don't fall in love with potential. Me. And I started seeing red flags, and I said, no, absolutely not. Like, and it was, I mean, it was about communication. It was about respect. It was about, you know, feelings that I heard and traumas that I heard that were very unhealed. And I wouldn't say promises, I would say ideas that were presented to me. I want to take it slow, la la la. Lots of, I want to communicate. And then seeing that that was not the case. Now, not saying that people don't want that. It's just many of us go back to previous relationships to show how that can't happen. Like I said from the last video, we go to the past to verify that we can have it in the future. And some of us have no idea what it feels like to be connected to somebody in a way that's not dramatic and traumatic. Or say money. If you've been in survival mode all your life, it's very hard to learn how to connect to that abundance mode. And so I saw that this person had a lot of potential, had a lot of great ideas, had a lot of, you know, had a lot of ability to care, yet there's a lot of logic and accepted logic, looks to the past as evidence. It's scientific. You need scientific evidence. Well, okay. What if you just say that failed and let's try something different? So there it was. Tried something different. I said no. I've been in relationships that I tried to make work. I chased and I cried and oh, woe is me. What is wrong with me? And absolutely not. Not going through that again. Like, no. No. I'll be alone. And I have. And I've been building different kinds of relationships and learning different kind of intimacies with friends and having people who are like brothers and sisters and people I can talk to and trust. Sometimes your family of origin uh, creates trust issues as well. Being able to trust people to want to listen and understand what you're saying. Um, yeah, get a little itch in my throat. My throat chakra is going. Okay, more water. Plus, it's allergy season here. Everybody's complaining about the itchy nose, itchy ears, itchy throat, sneezing, watery eyes. That is fall here. Wow. So Palindrome Day drove, which I drove to work. Long ass day of work. Long ass day. I won't go into that because that's work. And I keep that separate. So I can just say it was long. And it was interesting. And I didn't get a break. Well, took my walking breaks, but in my mind when I'm on some of those walking breaks, even I'm worried about getting back in there, worried about what's going to happen when I'm not there, worried how many people are going to need something, when I get back. So I do breathe. I did feel the breeze, saw the beautiful gray clouds. Like I said, saw deer running. So I did get some beauty out of those little tiny breaks. Sometimes those little small things. Sorry, shuffling cards too. Let me see what spirit wants to tell me tonight. Meditation. Um, so yeah. So I wrote my daughter a letter Uh, then, so previous video, people may shame me for this, but whatever. Um, I did write her a letter. We have been we had a hard difficult time as relationships go between mothers and daughters. Um, there's a lot of relationships that contribute to this. Yeah. So and she's gotten herself into quite a bit of trouble and made some bad decisions, and I understand, as I said, it is some traumatic experiences that rewired her brain. Um, but yeah, so she's got herself into place, and so I really love it. And I sent it this morning with some stamps, and I just heard. I really didn't know what to say, so I just told her stories about what I've been doing, and it's a lot. Try not to talk about it all the time, but yeah, it's a lot. This remodeling, and got some good things coming up. Um, going to model. I don't know exactly what, but we're going to have flowy dresses and bring flowy dresses that you're not afraid to get wet. And so we're going to take pictures, and the artist, I believe, is going to paint the pictures that he takes. And he has some pretty awesome art that I was in the chat. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I've been invited to a dinner. So I think I'll, not one person, it's like a group dinner. And so it's a friend of mine that I've had for a few years. And he's very connected to spirit. And he and I talk, and he's inviting me over. So he is like I said, he's very connected to spirit, and he gets, how shall I say, he gets assignments. And so, talked a little bit about that. He has one right now that I might be helping with. I didn't say yay or nay. I'm just trying to get my own energy really to a place of where I can feel like I can meet her at that level. Because I do, like I said, go through mental health. And so, I really need to figure out a way to be able to care for myself more and better, and be home more, and be rested better, and have my house, my sanctuary, and not have a lot of things in the house pulling at my attention. This painting project and this project and that project, I want to do this, and I need that laptop for this winter. I need to put clover in place. I'm doing a pollinator friendly yard, no grass. Not much anyway. I've got one patch up front, which is on the curve, and it's just kind of may choose that someday. Yeah, probably will. I just had a vision. Um, yeah, containers and rocks and great, great. But so, yeah, I got a little bit about those kind of things, and just lost my train of thought. Yeah. I did work 15 hours, and then found out that an acquaintance of mine, somebody that I considered somebody I could trust, kept him on a little bit of the outside circle, but I felt he respected me and he honored me. So I really was grateful for that, and so I trusted him. Yeah, yeah, I will say that I did hear some stories from his past, um, and They were not so great. Got out of divorce, dated around, cheated a little bit on the girlfriend after divorce. Beautiful woman, and I do feel for her. And yes, it was very ugly, very ugly. I'm trying to tell you. And he moved on and found another partner, and I'm not sure what he was doing in his life, but I didn't see him out. Um, yeah, I didn't see him out, and except for at the Renaissance Festival one time, he was there with his partner, and she was dancing, and he was there to support her. So, you know, I don't know. I don't really know what was going on in his personal life, and in some ways, like I said, he respected me, honored me, taught me, didn't give me any kind of like he was trying to do anything like get in my pants. Maybe I'm too old for me. Um, but I truly believe, that spending time around him, he did have a kind heart and really enjoyed his children. I did see him with his children, and he had them there for the fire performing shows, and then we left. A lot of times all the other people go out. I think not. I performed and I left. So, just not getting involved in what might be going on afterwards, which is usually completely, I don't know. So I'm not involved in that. So I respect that. And yeah, he passed away. And that it still shocked me. I don't know, like, I got very teary eyed when I pulled into my drive thinking about how he respected me and how I was happy that I was able to wish him a happy birthday. I did wish him a happy birthday, and I said that I didn't want there to be any weirdness because I knew I was going to be his ex, and that I didn't condone what happened, but I didn't see that there was anything going on now, and it was none of my business. And he'd always respected me, and I respected him, and happy birthday, and that I think that his partner was a very beautiful, kind woman in herself, and that I enjoyed watching her do her thing. She liked to belly dance, and I like to belly dance. I'm not in the cute like she is, but I'm more of a solitude belly dance in my home. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm just not. I just like to free flow. So and I like to use maybe not belly dancing moves, because I kind of make my own moves. I feel like I'm not there. Yeah, but I love it. Dance like nobody's watching, right? So, yeah, it's been a day, Palindrome day. Kind of really brings you to, life is fleeting and do what you love. And God, I hope I live till I'm 96. I love life. I, and I have so much more I want to experience and people to meet. So, but who knows, right? Oh, maybe that's the one. That is the one. It flipped out. It's saying time, divine timing. So, this is number 34 from the Earth Warriors Oracle Guidebook deck. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm still learning how to, and it's backwards. Don't know what that's all about. But maybe it's not backwards to me, but it's like, it's weird. That's all I'm doing right now. So, And this is number 34. 34 angel number. Threes generally mind, body, spirit. Maiden, mother, goddess. Maiden, mother, crone. Father, son, Holy Ghost. So, I mean, there's many, like, three is a symbolism of so much. And yeah, I have a trifecta on my back, tattoo. So, I mean, three is a good number. And I don't remember exactly what it's all about, but I know it's a good number. Four, that always speaks to me of angels. So, 34, the Trinity of angels around me. I don't know. But this is Alakoa. Alakoa. Spirit of the warrior. Let's see if I can do this one without crying tonight, right? So, Alakoa, spirit of the warrior. I did sage earlier, but I'm not sage again. Okay. You really need to sink in and smell this, embody this. Because I need to pray, I need to slow down. I'm going to take that candle. It just seems very invited. I'm still using this. Where is my sage? The sage. Hello. And feet on here. Okay, I'll do it. But mm, spirit guides, angels, beings behind the veil, all otherworldly beings that watch over us, guide us, protect us, love us, and higher realms. We are now bringing in the spirit that you have called forth from some divine time. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to meditate this on this. So this is all a four. Accent. At least it's not the southern accent I was doing last night. Sorry, I'm getting comfortable. My back hurts. Instead of standing all day. Let's see. No, that's it. Oh, what's that? That's down there. That face, his eyes. That symbol, the symbols underneath the hand. Symbol. This beautiful outstretched hand. The heart at the throat chakra. Different colors in the butterfly. These are really beautiful in black light. I'm going to do the black light to show these. Just look at art. I'm trying to get the bottom piece. Okay. I think my little cat's down here. My little Jasper. I was gone all day. And he's like, Mama, Mama, Mama. But I promised myself I would get on here and do these things. I'm going to practice and do it. So, though you yearn for peace, you recognize that without truth, genuine peace can never be. Even if it triggers an upheaval of transformation, the need to set things right is strong in you. This is the inner drive of a spiritual warrior, the compelling soul need to uphold truth, goodness, and justice. That is the inner drive of the spiritual warrior, the compelling soul need to uphold truth, goodness, and justice. You will fight for those. Sorry, these glasses. I must need some new glasses today. You will fight for these things because that is your way, spirit warrior. Trust, see, and feel the positive impact that you are making in the world. You are relentless, and the divine is within you. Oh my gosh, so this is okay. Speaking of mental health, I'm around people who are not wanting to die and suicidal plans and not wanting to be here. And let me tell you, after the day I had on my walk, even though I saw, I think some might have even seen the deer, I was like, I don't want to be here. Um, and sometimes others are kind of over. And sometimes I do think about like, what is this all for? What all of this suffering, all of this suffering. It's it's so enormous sometimes. It's so enormous sometimes. The pain, the what I hear, the like just everybody's brain just some just searching for all the answers and some just making one mistake after another and just don't give a shit. Yeah. I mean, they give a shit about the wrong thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm just making it here like the rest of you, but let me just say this. Today, I wanted to give up. And I couldn't see a way out of the situation I'm in as far as my vocation. And I just want to give up. All of it. I'm tired. I don't know what else to do. I'm working my ass off. And they say, work smarter, not harder. Maybe I'm not smarter. But seriously, um, I study a lot. Oh, these cats. Hey, I have to feed that little cat in a minute. I attract cats, which, if you're a paganally, some say that symbolizes Freya. And she's one goddess that I absolutely want and am grateful to have on my side. So I'm giving this reading because it keeps divergence, no, cats. Anyway, in a reading, I'm grateful to try to, so call it readings. Do not give up. If you feel hopeless, despair, defeat, or frustration, and you wonder if it is really worth it, place your mind in your heart in awareness of what it is that is inspiring you. Do you feel alone on your quest? Yeah, talking to myself. Okay. Those who are meant to find me will find me. But as of right now, I guess that I do have great friends And some parts of our paths are so we meet together and we keep doing dinners and beautiful, beautiful things. Share beautiful things. But we're my path. I don't so look for the legions of beings and spirits and upon the earth that fight alongside you. You're still your friends. Fight the good fight. Be uplifted by your fellow spirit warriors, beloved one. Feel the joy of their love and unity with you. You have access to the divine power that conquers any obstacle, wins every battle, and secures every victory. From the fierce Hawaiian koa tradition of warriors comes the word alakoa, meaning to cultivate the spirit of the warrior. Inherent in their code is service to a cause greater than the individual ego. For the warrior, this might refer to community, cause, or country. For the spiritual warrior, service is to higher consciousness itself. Love is the inspiration, the purpose for battle, and perhaps most importantly, the only way to win the war. Joy is a sign that the spiritual warrior is tuned into source, for that is the frequency which lets us know when we are in divine presence. As soon as we are in the grip of darkness, joy disappears. Although the spiritual warrior will experience emotions such as anger, grief, and fear, there is a recognition that the ability to conquer lies in the present moment and that fear comes from negative fantasies about the future. In disciplining the mind and nurturing the soul with spiritual life, the spiritual warrior learn how to manage emotional content so that it becomes possible to be fully present. The spiritual warrior doesn't need to cultivate violence in the soul to accomplish the sacred task, but does have powerful energy and a great need to put that energy to use as an effective action-oriented presence for higher consciousness on earth. The spiritual warrior within you needs to feel that your life is dedicated to something meaningful and magnificent. To witness the positive difference that you are creating through your actions. Don't allow others to stop you from unleashing this beautiful divine masculine spirit power in your mind, your soul, and our world. Wow. Divine masculine, divine feminine last night, divine masculine. Spirit power in your mind, your soul, and our world. We need you. We need men and women who can surrender to the guiding wisdom of higher power and get things done. The moment you deny yourself the right to be bold, present, practical, and engage with the world through your spiritual truth, your mind has begun repressing the potentially sacred warrior energy within you. Maybe it's your own mind that tells you that you shouldn't make waves, or that being spiritual means never causing a ruckus, or that you should just be peaceful and let go, even though you know it is in your heart and not your ego that is crying out for you to hold on and see something through. Maybe others are saying you feel too much, or you should protect yourself and switch off from worrying about things that you can't change. Let your voracious warrior soul gobble up such ideas and use them to intensify your passionate willingness to act and abide by the enduring yearnings of your heart. If you try to repress the bold, dynamic vitality of the spiritual warrior within, then it cannot function as it is meant to and becomes distorted. Distorted warrior energy can erupt into inexplicable aggression towards others with cold judgment and scathing criticism, or toward yourself in self defeating, self sabotaging, self harming behaviors. It can also reveal itself through violent dreams, the feeling of having one's hands tied, or needing to do something but feeling held back. If joy isn't cultivated, then the warrior energy can become dark and coercive, where despair leads to loss of integrity and ends justify any means. True spiritual warriors eschew such spiritual lawlessness. They have compassion for all people, especially those tainted by the forces of hate. They know that they are fighting against a lower consciousness and that the people damaged by it are in need of spiritual truth and fierce compassion. If a spiritual warrior tries to fight from a place of despair and darkness, doubt, and hate, the battle will become destructive to their soul. When you fight for love from a place of joy, the struggle opens your beautiful, fierce heart. It uplifts your mind and empowers your soul with the might of divine grace that accomplishes all pursuits and wins every war. Wow. State your warrior creed. The enemy shall never grip me. I shall not be overcome. I am led and protected by the great and true spiritual warriors who lay my eyes again. Let me do this. Oh, I'm let me get through this. Let me get it. Breathe. The enemy shall never grip me. I shall not be overcome. I am led and protected by the great and true spiritual warriors who lead love's army. My steps in the world are fierce with compassion and love in action. I waver not, for I am conqueror over darkness, spirit born and empowered by the sacred. I embody the truth for which I fight. I am defended, uplifted, and renewed. My hands are ever open to the replenishing power of grace. The divine delivers all necessary might. Divine love's prophecy is read, spoken, enacted in all realms. If love has not yet won, then the battle is not yet over. And so I rise with love, courage, and wisdom. You have completed your healing process. And I read about the divine hands being open. I remember this picture. And the symbols. Divine symbols. Symbols of protection there. Symbols of transformation. And look at that warrior paint. Divine guidance at its finest. And now that I have spoken, not even trash. And if anybody ever watches this, I thank you. I love you. I hope this finds you. Mm, the embodiment of spiritual warrior for the love. That's what I was talking about earlier. Not hung up with fear, trauma bonding. I will support you. I will listen. But responsibility and accountability is good. Mm, And then we can hold it. And don't want it. I'm not giving up. And I think I want to give up. Thank you. I love you. I miss you. Miss you. I'm gonna go feed this little brat cat out here. So, I see you. It's okay. Okay.